going to bring Jack in real quick. Oh, God, Jack, with your microphone.
Yeah. Can you hear me? Can you hear me now?
Nice and clear? I can hear you and your bird in your microphone.
My bird.
So bear with us on that. Bear with us on it. I'm sending him a new one, I swear.
Yeah. The benefits of growing up with a dad who's hard of hearing is that all of us are naturally loud in my family. Every time I go out, people are like, dude, you talk way too loud. I'm like, this. But it worked out.
So, I mean, we got some cool stuff today. But first, before we get into any of that, I do want to throw a shout out to our newest member of the Patreon group, Joseph Brown. Joseph Brown goes by ODD, I believe it was. So he's been added to the Patreon corner. The link is not in the description yet. I kind of had to on the fly make this stream, so nothing is in the description yet. But maybe when Jack's talking for a minute, I'll put everything in there.
There you go.
But
minute.
Yes, we got some pretty cool photos from Zack Snyder today, or Zack Snyder's Justice League, I should say. And we've been wondering about what's been going on with our boy Jared Leto's Joker. We did get a blurred out image. We got like a blurry image of him holding his signature Joker card, which we couldn't really tell the character like what he would actually like look like. Today we got pretty much the best picture we're gonna get. So let's throw it up here. It's also behind me. But I mean, this is just. I mean, I'm in love. I'm in love with this Joker. What we needed. Jack, what do you think?
A lot of people have been detractors are saying, "Oh, he's just throwing in the Joker now, and he's going to make a new movie." The people were saying he's adding it in. People don't realize going all the way back to Batman v Superman when we have the Knightmare sequence, Batman has a Joker card. I mean, now everyone knows it, but he was setting something up with the Joker for a long time. Zack was going back to 2015, 2016. So people are like, oh, he's just throwing in the Joker now that he can do whatever he wants. Zack is, adding new scenes. No, he wanted the Joker in this way back when. It was teased all the way back in the Knightmare sequence. And, you know what he looks like? He looks like he stepped out of Resident Evil. He looks terrifying.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty scared, honestly. I'm scared of that Joker. I'm scared of this person. At the description that we got of this Joker, for anyone that doesn't kind of wants to avoid spoilers, maybe back out for this. But we did get a description on like what's kind of going on in this why the Joker is here. And if you don't want to know, I don't want to spoil it for you. I did see it because I was interested in what is going, why the walls, and why is it in this setting. And so basically what we're being told is that this Joker appears to Bruce Wayne in a nightmare vision, kind of like the one we did get in BVS, where Darkseid has infected over the world, or at least decimated it to the point of, it's not the same. There's not a lot of people left. And Joker appears to Bruce Wayne as a ghost of Christmas past, esque style. And he's telling Bruce Wayne about Bruce Wayne. So not only is this the first time we're going to get dialogue between the two characters, but it is, yes, I'm breaking up or something. Yeah, slight cracking. What's new? What's new? So this is the first time that we're going to get dialogue between the two characters, and it's going to be the first time that that we see them interact in a setting that's so intimate, and I'm so excited.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people forget, they haven't been face to face yet. There was a slight, the scene in the Suicide Squad where Batman's on the car, but he never really interacts directly with the Joker. And I was thinking, like, how is the Joker? So now we know it's sort of like a ghost of a Christmas Past type thing. So does that mean it's an apparition? Because what was that book called? A Christmas Carol, right? Yeah. Ebenezer Scrooge gets visited by 3 ghosts, each teaching him a lesson. So I wonder what lesson Jared Leto's Joker is going to be teaching Bruce, or is he going to tell him something, about himself, about how he handled things? I don't know. But that image that we have of Jared in that room, where it kind of looks like it's closing in on you, like the room is kind of closing in. There was a shot of Batman that was tweeted out, was it last week? So just Zack is such a visualist. Like it feels like looking at it, like the walls are closing in around you. There's a very claustrophobic feel to it, and I wonder what that dialogue is going to be, because we haven't seen Batman and the Joker talk to each other on the big screen in 13 years.
Right, and it's gonna be really fun. What's the noticeable difference between this Joker and the theatrical Suicide Squad cut?
This one looks like a psychopath. That one looked like flashy, hot topic.
No. What's the obvious difference between these two?
Oh, no tattoos. At least I don't see. I don't see any tattoos.
Yeah, there's no tattoos. And that is a pretty much the biggest complaint that I hear amongst fans. That why did the Joker have tattoos? Why did he have damaged across his head? For instance, our co-host Justice, Big Drip, he is the big, like, he hates this Joker because of the tattoos, and not because of his performance, but because of his look. So, I mean, this should turn his whole way of thinking around, right? Now, Jack and I know that Justice will still find a way to hate this Joker, and he'll say, his hair's too long. He's wearing a gown, or a dirty gown. Like, he'll find some way to, like, not like this Joker, and that's just him. That's just him. But this Joker looks so good, so spot on, so scary, so cynical, a psychopath at its core, and I am truly beside myself today.
Yeah, the interesting thing is, because I also hopefully we wanted to talk maybe about the Steppenwolf scene we got yesterday, but both between that and this, Zack is sort of almost, it feels like, even though Walter Amada said it's a cul-de-sac, feels like he's resetting the villains. That these aren't going to be your Marvel villains. Like, and I've said this, I love the MCU, with the exception of Thanos, their villains aren't really scary. They're kind of like 2D, like, caricatures. I'm going to knock your head off. We know this is going to be R-rated. That, I'm looking at the photo now. It almost looks like a hospital gown, like an escape, like, like they have at Arkham Asylum, and like that's part of his outfit. He's just wearing it.
Right, and if he's okay, so if he is showing up to Batman as a Ghost of Christmas Past type character, then whatever you just did, by the way, worked.
Yeah.
So whatever you just did worked and got rid of that noise.
Oh, I just switched browsers. I'm comparing some of the images from Suicide Squad. So number one, he has heavy eye makeup, like black makeup around his eyes. Heath Ledger had something like that. And his grin is much wider. It's not just his lips. It's like around here, That's another thing I'm noticing. And he almost kind of gives me vibes of Brandon Lee as the Crow a little bit. Do you see that a little bit? Like with the the black eyes and like.
Yeah, Raging Entertainment just said that.
Yeah.
So
did he? Okay.
I typed on your screen.
Yeah, well, I have the Joker picture pulled up.
Oh, yeah, it's on your screen.
There we go. Oh, there you go. He said the same thing. All right, cool. So me
and it does.
It does.
It looks exactly like that, and I don't think that's a bad idea. I think it's actually a pretty good idea. This is the joke. Now, for anyone who doesn't know or thinks that Zack is just changing the Joker to fit what we want, no. This is the Joker that we were originally intended. This is the Joker that we were gonna get. This style Joker is the one we were going to get in early drafts of David Ayer's Suicide Squad. So this is the Joker that was always supposed to be the one that we got. Zack's kind of just if Zack Snyder's Justice League is a success, they're going to give us the Ayer cut, and that will reset the Ayer cut as well. And then we'll never have to deal with the 2 theatrical Justice League and Suicide Squad. So basically, what they're doing is they are using this as a way for people to get excited for David Ayer's cut as well, because they're going to want if this is a small 5-minute scene and it blows people away, people are going to want to see more of Jared Leto's Joker for the first time ever, right? This is if I was you, and if you're just a general audience member, I would go into this with the mindset, this is the first time you're seeing Joker. Don't think about the other version. Keep that out of your mind. Go in with the thought that you've never seen him before, you've never met him, and this is your first go at it. And I promise you're gonna like what you get, because just based on this alone, I'm like I said, I'm a little bit beside myself, because this is, and I had said it when we got the blurry version that, oh wow, it kind of looks like a Heath Ledger or a Joaquin Phoenix. Well, yeah, his hair's fucking down to his shoulders. I love it.
Yeah. And Zack has such a visual style with his villains. Even like if you go back to like 300. Now 300 was based off a book, but he gave a voice to Xerxes. He gave him like this weird, deep voice, like I'm a very benevolent god. He does something to villains, and even with Michael Shannon Zod, who I think is one of the best comic book villains we've seen, I think he blows the Superman 2 Zod away. He knows how to get inside these characters' heads and then make them scary, make them creepy, make you feel off kilter. I can't say that about most comic book movies. And I love the MCU, but like none of those characters, villains scare me or make me feel uneasy. Just him looking at the screen makes you feel uneasy. And I know the image is in black and white, but if you look at his shirt or the gown he's got on, it's covered in stains. It could be dirt or it could be blood. I think that's probably going to be blood, almost like he's a surgeon, like he just did some crazy shit and now he's covered in blood. That does not look like someone I want to wake up in the middle of the night and see him standing in the corner.
No, and that's the thing is, so I don't know if you remember the scene from the theatrical cut of Suicide Squad when he kind of gets on top of that guy that's the guard, and he's like, he grabs his head and he's like, we're going to be best friends. Yeah. Like, if that Joker gets on top of me, I'm a little nervous that this dude's like kind of straddling me. Yeah. If this Joker gets on top of me like that, I am dead to rights, my heart pounding, like I am brutally scared. And I might die of a heart attack just right there on the spot because I'm scared. The Joker that we got in the theatrical cut was more or less like an H&M version of Joker, and he was stylish. He was still maniacal, but he wasn't the Joker that truly terrifies people. Yeah. Joker really is, it's given me that vibe that I'm scared, and I'm like, when he's on screen, you're meant to feel that way. That terrorizing, maniacal. I want to see if he changes the laugh a little bit, or changes any of the voice to kind of, I don't know, separate it, but I don't know. But we're going to get dialogue, and we're going to get Batman and the Joker.
I mean, for me, this scene needs to have, and I think it will have, that moment that, sets the tone. Like in the Jack Nicholson version, it's that scene where he takes his hat off. He's like, I'm the Joker. And he just keeps shooting this guy until he's dead. And then it keeps, he's dancing and shooting and all that. In Heath Ledger's Joker, to me, the moment where I was like, whoa, was that pencil scene. Because, you have the bank robbery at the beginning of The Dark Knight, but then he does the pencil thing and he literally impales a dude with a pencil. Right. And that moment, you're like, okay, wow. And in the Joaquin Phoenix moment, it was when he had the two guys come to visit him and he just stabs the one guy brutally.
That was so horrific that that was so horrific.
Yeah, and so in the theatrical cut of Suicide, we never really got a moment where this Joker just like left a first impression on you, like, this is who this guy is. I guess maybe they're trying to go with that when he kills Common, maybe.
Yeah, but the way they did it, the way they kill Common, like it's off screen, and all you see is the Joker pointing the gun, and like if you're gonna shoot someone on screen, like if you're gonna impale someone's head on a pencil, yeah, I could see why you maybe did it with an artistic way that we as the audience, we have to assume that pencil went through his head, right?
Yeah.
Or Joaquin Phoenix, they just went balls to the wall and they showed it. This Joker, I mean, we're already getting an R rating. This Joker isn't going to be in a capacity where he's terrorizing the world anymore.
Yeah.
But we're going to get the feeling that the backstory that we're going to just feel from this character is that he's not afraid to do whatever the F he wants when he wants. And most likely did do whatever he wanted. And maybe that's if Lightcast is right, and he truly did offer up his goons as like the first round of parademons.
Yeah.
The reason now I'm kind of confused on one thing. We were told that the Joker is going to help get the mother box. If this is where we're seeing the Joker, so do you think this is going to be like a 1 or 2 minute thing, and then it will flash and the Joker's, because if he's coming in a Ghost of Christmas Past kind of way, what in what capacity are we going to get the Joker helping the guys?
That's what I'm trying to think. It's very much possible that Joker at one point decided to work with Darkseid or work for Steppenwolf, and then later, we hear Ghosts of Christmas Past, and we think he might be dead. Have you seen Daredevil season 3 at all?
Yeah, obviously.
So do you know how Wilson Fisk is a real person in the show, but then Matt will have these conversations as if Wilson Fisk is right behind him. So it's like, yes, he's kind of a ghostly figure, but he's also in the real world of the Knightmare sequence. So I think he might have 2 scenes.
Okay. Yeah, because when I saw the picture, I was like, well, that doesn't look like they're in any form. They're not in a place where they're going after a mother box. This is like in a room somewhere, like maybe like. So my guess is that Batman snaps into the nightmare mode again as a vision to show him again what happens if they lose to Steppenwolf, or what happens if they don't stop Darkseid from coming or stopping him when he gets there. And that's kind of confirmed. Again, today it was a little bit more confirmed with them literally stating that fact. But, what if we're going to get a nightmare sequence where they're getting the mother box to send Barry back in time? Like, why? Why is it? If it's a nightmare, if it's Batman having a vision, not us flashing forward, then why are we even getting the mother box yet?
Some people have suggested that it's not that Steppenwolf defeats the Justice League, it's that he kills Cyborg, and Cyborg is the one who has to interface and separate the mother boxes. Because that makes more sense to me. I'm like, damn, did he kill all of them? And that's what happened. But some have suggested that what really happens at the end is that Cyborg gets killed. Because even in the theatrical cut, they needed Cyborg to interact with the mother boxes, and Superman helped him. Yeah. So assuming that, they continued with the idea that Cyborg, because he's built of the mother box, can interface with it. If he dies, it doesn't matter if Superman comes back and kills Steppenwolf. Those boxes have formed a unity and can destroy Earth. So now he has to go back in time specifically to save Cyborg. And I'm like, because Zack had said he was the heart of the story. I'm thinking it's not so much that a lot of the movie's just about him, but his very existence is pivotal to what happens at the end.
It was a literal, it was a way of Zack literally saying that Cyborg is the heart of the Justice League, because without him, they can't win, right? And without your heart, you can't survive.
Yeah. Because it doesn't matter how strong Wonder Woman is, Aquaman, and Wonder Woman and Superman, they can't interface with the mother boxes and separate them. Like Superman, all he does, again, this is in the theatrical version, he pushes them, helps push them apart. But
they wouldn't even be able to get that far without Cyborg.
He was doing stuff, talking to it, and interfacing with it. So
right.
I think Cyborg is going to get killed. Not all of it, but just Cyborg. And without Cyborg, the mission's a failure.
All right, so we have a picture here, by the way, and I showed it a little bit earlier. But so where is it? Okay, here. So these are what seem to be versions of the Knightmare Flash suit and a cyborg, like a built cyborg suit. So the Flash one, as you can see, is a little bit more. It's a little bit more like soldiery. And it was built that way. So the helmet kind of looks like the same as when he came back in time to warn
like
Bruce.
Opened up, yeah.
Yeah, and then the cyborg one, the cyborg one just looks different than what we got in Justice League. We can't really say what that is, but I do like this. I wasn't able to source where these pictures came from, so these might just be fan art or something. But the way they look, I'd be interested to know that, like, how Cyborg is back in the Knightmare timeline, if he dies at the end of Justice League first part. So I mean, it's interesting stuff. Now, Jack, do you think you could share your screen and we could maybe watch that Steppenwolf video?
Oh yeah. In fact, yeah. Let me pull that up.
All right. While you're doing that, I'm gonna do the housekeeping.
Okay.
All right, guys. So again, I just want to say a quick shout out to our newest Pop Culture Corner Patreon Corner member, Joseph Brown, as well as Nick DePalma and Caden Reed. You guys are the best, and you are the heart and soul of the Pop Culture Corner. Without you, there is no Pop Culture Corner. Today, we are brought to you by Box Bar. If you're in the Philadelphia area and you'd like to get some delicious seafood, beer, wine, whatever, if you'd like to show your support for a local Philadelphia restaurant, if you're in the area, head over to Box Bar. I will link the menu in the description. This is a nice little establishment, and look at these wings, man! Delicious looking wings. Love these wings. So if you're in the Philadelphia area, look up Bonk's Bar and head over for trivia. Jack, hosts trivia all the time there. I think it's on Thursday nights now. If I'm correct, it's trivia night is Thursday night, and your boy producer Jack is the host of said trivia night. We're gonna work something out, so hopefully, if you mention Pop Culture Corner at trivia night, so it gives you like a high five or something. I don't know. But we'll work on that. As well, we did reach our goal for Puppy Logan. I just want to say thank you again to everybody who helped support us and did their part, played their part, and made that all possible. As always.
Frankfurt and Gerard.
All right.
So I have the clip ready.
You got it?
Yep, I got it ready.
Okay.
So I'll share the screen. And Frankfurt and Gerard. It's on Frankfurt. Yeah, it's not too far from Frankfurt and Gerard. It's on Castor and Frankfurt more, but Gerard is a. All right, so I'm going to open up. I found two of them. There was one that had a close up, but it looked really pixelated. So we're just going to go with the one that has the full footage. You guys see this? Ty, can you guys see it? All right.
Yep. Beautiful.
Theatrical cut.
I muted you so we could watch it.
Okay.
I thought there was noise.
No, there's no. I mean, there is no. It's just like here. I'll play with this. There we go. There's no sound.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I mean, so just by the look of what he's capable there, he drops his battle axe, right? Ditches it for a minute, and that one Amazonian, she clearly gets her head cut off. You can keep playing it for a minute while we talk. Just let it play in a loop or something. I don't know. Right there, and you can see the blood like pour out of her. Like, this is absolute hate. Oh my lord! Like, this is not the Steppenwolf we got in Justice League. Like, not even close. So it looks like they're mixing it or here or something. Like, they took a video while they were mixing it. I very much love that they're keeping everything in black and white so that there still is some surprise, like maybe just to like the color grading or whatever. I'm liking the black and white marketing because it does give you a sense of like separation from Justice League. And we do know that, most likely they are going to give us a monochrome version of this movie. Kind of like originally it was in black and white, and Zack wants to pay homage to that and give us a beautiful, like, monochromatic version. So I'm loving the black and white marketing just as a whole, and it truly does wonders, because I mean that is not a villain that you should trifle with.
Yeah. Am I still muted?
No, you're good.
Like right here, I realized he's tied down, and then when he throws down his gauntlet, right there, he just cuts the thing. It's like he's more agile, so he's tied up over here, and then he just cuts that, plants it in the ground, and is like, F you, bam. Ooh, that looks.
Yeah.
By the way, that fight scene is definitely not in it, like the theatrical version. Like, there's no version of that.
No.
I think he looks bigger here. I might be wrong, but he looks bigger than I think he was in the theatrical version.
Yeah, I don't know if you can tell right there. His horns kind of move. So remember, I made the. I don't know if you do remember this, but I made right here, right when he turns back around, you can see his horns kind of move. They change angles. And from the get-go, I've been saying that I think his suit is more AI than just armor. I think you can play this too.
Okay, yeah, they put this at the end there.
I like that one.
That's the Super Sunday.
I think his suit it's like a smart suit, and I think it adapts to its environments. And that's why we got like a more horny version. It was like spite. That's like spite, but in some of the other art, it's kind of flattened out, and it looks more fluid. I do think his suit and his armor. I think he is different on the underneath. Yeah. I think maybe even has a more humanoid form underneath, but his armor is what makes him look like this, and it does form around him, kind of like Tony Stark's nanotech.
Yeah, I think you're right, because we see it moving in the trailer when he lands. But I just want to talk about this shot with the blood, because we knew it was going to be rated R, but we didn't know how R-rated it would be. Like, would it just be like a hard PG-13? Because BVS, I don't think the violence really goes up that much. I think you have an F-bomb and the Ultimate Cut, but that looks. I mean, imagine what that's going to look like in color. Just that shot right there.
Right.
Bonnie, she ducks and he just that's
like
that's like 300 level of violence.
Yeah, and we are getting people on Twitter that are claiming. So they're saying that Zack is promoting violence against women.
Oh my God! I saw that.
I just want to say this to the people that are saying that. You can't win in this situation, because if Steppenwolf came down and the Amazonian warriors didn't put up a fight, you'd say that Zack didn't include women that were strong. They're putting up a fight, but Steppenwolf, the savage that he is, takes them on in a way that he's overpowering them, and he's a vicious. He is an alien form, an alien humanoid form, like thing that is savage, and he's here to kill us all, right, and take what he wants. This isn't a villain like Thanos who's just going to snap you away, and he kind of does it because he has remorse for starving children. No, this is a villain who wants to see the world burn. This is not a villain you want, like, and I just don't understand where you're coming from, because the women
are just looking for reasons. Like, I don't know, what do you want them to do? Like, you want them to, like, I don't know, choke him with tampons? I mean, like, like,
it just doesn't. The Amazonians are amongst the strongest women in DC. The fact that they're putting up a fight like this against a villain who can do that to them, there's not a lot of villains that could do that to them. And he is one of them. So the fact that he's able to do this shows you how strong he is. Zack did not include this as a way to perpetuate violence against women.
Yeah, I mean,
that is not what is happening here.
These people are going to ruin comic book movies, I swear, and comic books. They're going to. People are going to listen. Me. People are going to listen and be like, "Oh my God, you're right."
Oh my God. But yeah, I truly can't. I can't.
Isn't it nice to see Amazonians fighting? We didn't see it in '84. We didn't even see Wonder Woman do much fighting. It's isn't nice just to see, like, hey, this is what they're supposed to be. They're warriors.
Yeah, they are. They're warrior. Like, that's what they are. I mean, they have civilians too, but for the most part, the people that are here in that shot are the warriors that fight. Their job is to protect Themyscira at all costs, including the mother box that is held in Themyscira at all costs. This scene was, I mean, they were fighting in the original Justice League as well. That didn't happen, but
basically in the original Justice League, he's kind of chasing them, and they're kind of playing like, they're tossing the mother boxes from one horse to one horse. Then he knocks one girl down, and then Queen Hippolyta goes to check on her. I mean, that might be in the theatrical cut too, because we're not sure. But look at all those arrows jammed in him. He didn't get hit at all with arrows in the theatrical cut.
No. Matter of fact, I believe he catches one, doesn't he? No.
Yeah.
Does he catch? I feel like he did something. He did something in the theatrical cut that, like, showed his dominance. They try to do something and he stops it.
Oh, that's the missile. That's when they're fighting underwater.
That's what it was. That was
the
Batman. The missile.
Batman's thing fires a missile and he catches it. He's like, primitive weapons, and then he throws it at the. Yeah.
You're right. I for some reason I was confusing that. But
that's a very confusing movie.
By the way, we'd be interested. We'd be interested to ask you guys if you would be interested in doing a Justice League watch party. And we're not doing it because we like the movie, but we're doing it because we would like to do it one last time, have like one last run through with the film, kind of point some of the issues out, point out some of the scenes that you can clearly tell have been altered to fit that version of the movie. So if you guys would be interested in watching Justice League and kind of giving it like its burial, like kind of giving it its funeral, we would like to know if that would be something you guys are interested in, because we would probably do that sometime this week or in the next week. I'm very interested to kind of watch it one last time and just kind of be done with it and never do it again, right? Because after Zack's version comes out, there is not a single percentage chance that I watch it ever again.
Yeah.
And
it's it'll be interesting because to point out certain scenes, when we see the changes, because you have YouTubers who've done it, but like they can only do it in pieces. But watch the whole movie from beginning to end and just go over it and kind of break it down. I think probably closer to the 18th, we'll probably do Man of Steel and BVS. I'm guessing at some point. Would that be on the table?
Well, BVS is this Saturday.
Okay. No. I mean, a watch party.
That's what we're doing.
Oh, we're doing okay. I thought we were just going to do a deep dive into it or something.
No, we're going to watch it with. We're going to watch it with. But listen, Ill Life. You already did it with Scott McClellan. Yeah, we love Scott here. Don't worry. But you haven't done it with us, okay?
Yeah.
And what we do is fun. and we're going to make fun of it together, and we're going to enjoy it. And just because you watch it with Scott doesn't mean you've watched it with us.
Yeah.
And Justice League is in fact still on HBO Max. They're not going to take it off. They're going to leave it there. Because so if you go to HBO Max right now, there is something that says Zack Snyder's Justice League is coming. At the end, they put it at all the way at the other end though. So it says like in the DC side of HBO Max, it says Zack Snyder's Justice League coming March 18th to HBO Max. If you click that thread, all the way it shows you movies that are that DC movies that are like, it has Man of Steel, Wonder Woman, blah, 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 so on and so forth. All the way at the end is Justice League. So they made sure that it wasn't anywhere near the word Zack Snyder's Justice League, because that would confuse people.
Yeah. Worst case scenario, if they happen to take it down anytime soon, I have it on Vudu. What do you call it? The 4K comes with a digital whatever, so we have it.
So if you don't mind doing that, share your screen thing for that.
Yeah.
We'll probably do that in the coming days, and get hyped. So this Saturday, I just want to go over a couple quick things before we keep talking. Tomorrow night, World's Finest is joining us. That is Wonder Meg and ACS Anthony. That's Fire. That's him. They're going to be joining us on Quick Dip. And then on Saturday, we'll be going live. It's our first ever Saturday live podcast. We'll be going live. And we'll be watching Batman vs. Superman, the Ultimate Edition, with John Garza from Real Anarchy, and it's going to be a really good time. And then next week, we have Lightcast Podcast and Ping Pong Flicks joining us. You won't want to miss that. You won't want to miss any of these shows. They're truly going to be a good time.
Yeah, and I think Sunday we might try to
do
something for
no, 100%. You can say it.
Yeah, so Sunday I think we're going to do a live stream party, and I think we'll watch the trailer together, and then we can just keep watching it again and again and try to analyze the crap out of it. Because we're on the East Coast, so 12:14 p.m. is when it's supposed to drop for us. That'll be 9:14 on the West Coast. So I think we'll probably go live around 12 maybe.
I'd say 11:30.
11:30, okay. Let's be in the middle, 11:45. No,
all right, 11:45 it is. I'll make it after this. And then,
so this video doesn't have sound. I mean, I have it muted, but there is no sound. It's just kind of like you hear shh. I
took it down.
2, 2. Oh, you took it down?
What? Did you want to play something else?
Oh, no. I just kept rewinding it again and again.
Oh, that's my fault.
I just have been like rewinding it in circles, But you know what? Let me just do a test run, make sure that it works. Make sure the audio works. So I'll put the Snydercut trailer on for like 10 seconds, and just so we don't have any trouble Sunday morning with YouTube. And then people on the bottom can tell us if they hear it loud enough. Do you want to do that right now?
Yeah, just be careful. I mean, I'll be careful because with the song and everything, they could take us down if we play it longer than
I'll
like
put on
10
something
seconds.
else. I have the Snydercut teaser that they released back in like the summer. We'll do that. And then folks, tell me if it's loud enough. Like we don't want a situation where the trailer plays and no one else can hear it but us. So all right, let's do that real quick. So then we'll do this on Sunday morning.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, we've had this BVS Ultimate Edition thing planned for like a month now. Last time Garza came on, we decided it would be fun to do a watch party with him because he's analyzed this movie so down to the detail.
Yeah.
And Justice, it's hard to explain BVS to Justice without him just dismissing it altogether.
Yeah.
So, we're gonna do that. It was a way of getting Garza to come back, and then it just lined up perfectly with everything else that we're doing this month because we have everyone and their mother joining us this month, including. No. This week coming up is Film Junkie and Ping Pong Flicks, not Lightcast. Lightcast is the following Saturday.
Oh, okay.
So 11 days from now is when Lightcast is coming on.
Okay.
So that was my fault. I'm sorry about that.
Yeah. Can you guys see the screen?
Not yet.
Okay. So I just want to test this to make sure that the YouTube audio sounds. So I'm not going to play the Hallelujah trailer. I'll play the sneak peek teaser they did back in like June or July or whatever it was. So and that way we'll make sure everything.
Whoa! Ambassadorial Wing. You've never seen BVS or Man of Steel? You said Man of Steel first. You should watch
Ambassadorial Wing. When you watch it, make sure you watch the Ultimate Edition. Highly recommend that.
Or
version.
come watch it with us.
Yeah, but we'll be talking over it.
True.
True. All right, here we go. So I just want to make sure the audio works fine.
The bells.
Yep.
Already been rung.
Okay. Everyone else can hear it nice and clear? And the music right here. Where's the music? That teaser does not get enough love. That just resets, like what that film is going to be about. Like just seeing Wonder Woman like looking and you just hear that music. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, I love that.
And yeah, I could hear that. I could hear it like clear as day.
So guys, were you able to hear the just let us know in the comments, were you guys able to hear the trailer? Because we want to do that on a Sunday morning or Sunday afternoon, or depending on where you guys are. It'll be 12:15 for us.
By the way, how does the camera look? Is it clearer?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I got the brand new Logitech, the 1080p Logitech.
Nice.
It's beautiful. So
yeah, I'm checking on YouTube. Also, it looks good. Yeah.
So I think I'm gonna have to pay for because on StreamYard you can pay the top price is like $50-something and you can stream in HD, but we only pay. I mean, it seems unrealistic. All you get extra is to stream in HD and to more platforms, and you have to pay $30 more a month.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like everything's in HD already. HD should be standard.
Well, HD is 720 technically, so we can. So we are streaming in HD, but it's not like full HD, and that's what kind of sucks because I just don't get what their price. So their prices are so fucking weird because they have free, then they have $20.99, and then it jumps all the way to $54.99. It's like, what is that?
Yeah, it still blows my mind that Netflix has a standard package, which doesn't have HD. I'm like, really?
Also, we got a brand new microphone, nice, beautiful silver.
Ooh.
Yeah, she's pretty.
Yep. Like
the kid that gave it to me, it was like in the box still, like it had the packaging on it and everything. He was like, I bought it because I was doing a podcast, but we're not doing it anymore. He's like, I have a brand new Logitech camera and a brand new Yeti microphone that you can have. And I was like, are you sure? Like, I don't want to just take that from you. I was like, do you want like $50 or something? He's like, no. He's like, I saw that your dog was. So this is what he donated. Like that's what he said. He's like, I'm going to donate it to you, so you don't have to buy it. That way you save money and you can put it towards your dog. And I was like, well, I mean, I already had enough microphones and cameras. I wasn't about to go buy anything new. But thank you so much. I mean, this is beautiful. This is the top of the line Yeti, like the more expensive Yeti of the before you hit like, the really expensive ones. So just a real shout out to him. And that's gonna help us too, because now I can send Jack one of the microphones that I bought, and he doesn't have to go buy one. And I created the podcast, the show. Right, I'm the creator, so he shouldn't have to go buy anything to use. I should be I wanted him to be a part of this, so I should be the one to pay for whatever he's using for equipment. And this is a way that I can do that now. So I don't use a Blue Yeti. I use this one. This is my baby. She was, this is my baby. This one is going to be used for justice. Not that I wouldn't use this. I would totally use this.
Oh man, Justice is gonna just crap on BVS the whole time. We're
Hey, you guys! Hey,
an anti-Snyder with like Jody or whatever his name is.
Oh my God, Jody's corner. I have a little thing that I want to show you guys, right? And this is because I'm going to surprise Justice this Saturday before we start the watch party. Hold on 1 second while I grab it. You guys are gonna laugh at this. Maybe if you want to talk about something, I don't know.
Yeah, Jody, because I watched that. How many of you guys have been following what happened with Jody? This is the guy that's always with Andy Signore on Popcorn Planet. Andy Signore used to be part of Screen Junkies. He left Screen Junkies. There was some kerfuffle with him and a girl that he was trying to hook up with while he was married. But anyway, Andy Signore is very anti-Snydercut. He calls it the Snyder cult. And this guy, Jody, claims, and it's a pretty long story, but he claims that Zack Snyder told Ray Fisher to make up allegations about Hamada, Jeff Johns, John Berg, and Joss Whedon, to make up these allegations to get rid of those guys because George Floyd had just happened and people were very aware of Black Lives Matter, that him and Zack Snyder coordinated this effort to get rid of those guys. And in return, Zack said, listen, any future movie I make, I'll put you in. This is Jody's conspiracy theory, and how he got it. He eventually came and said his source, and then his source came out and said, you're a liar. And then he went on this whole rant about how Zack Snyder and this source are conspiring against him, against a YouTuber. Because that's what Zack's doing right now. He's not working on Justice League. He's looking down to hunt down YouTubers with 7,000 followers. But this dude he compared himself to a rape victim at one point. So that's Jody's corner. Jody, who I thought was a woman until I looked him up, and then I saw his 2 videos. This dude just flat out is saying the craziest stuff, that Zack Snyder's out to get him. Like, dude, Zack Snyder doesn't care about you. All right, he doesn't care about you. You're a YouTuber with a small audience. Not that we have a big audience, but my point is, like, he's not going to spend his time trying to hunt down the YouTubers who are against Zack Snyder. He's been dealing with hate going all the way back to Watchmen. So,
Okay.
But I'll tell that story in full if you want to hear it, Ty.
I didn't hear what you said.
Oh, okay. We're talking about Jody's corner, and
we can finish that. We can finish that in a minute.
Yeah.
But all right. So this is the blue Yeti. This is the basic blue Yeti that Justice uses now. This is when we first started with the channel. This is the little Samson that I'm gonna send to Jack. This is my favorite mic actually, because it's so sleek looking, and it comes with you can plug your headphones into it, so you don't have to plug them into the computer, and you can plug it. It's a basic USB. So this is the Yeti that I thought he was talking about, and this is the one that he gave me. It's so much bigger. All right, so
isn't always bigger.
Aha! I'm dead. So as you guys probably know, Justice he's a huge PlayStation guy. And I thought it would be funny if this week on the podcast, I am wearing this PlayStation shirt and I present him and make him wear this Xbox shirt. So I'm going to make him wear this Xbox shirt while I wear the PlayStation shirt. It was buy one, get one free at Target, and I saw the opportunity and I took it. So, it's going to be a funny little joke that I play. Because he hates with a passion Xbox. I should also get him a Snydercut, or a Man of Steel t-shirt.
Or get him a Snydercut where you put the name on the back as a producer.
Yeah. All right. So what was your story? Let's talk.
All right. So for those of you who don't know, so I was mentioning Andy Signore. He used to be with Screen Junkies. They do honest trailers. He created his own channel after there was some kind of kerfuffle between him, an intern, and he was trying to cheat on his wife. He started a channel called Popcorn Canada. So I didn't know that guy's name was Jody. I know who you were talking about. I thought Jody was a chick. But this guy came out and said on Popcorn Planet that Zack Snyder told Ray Fisher to make up stories about Jeff Johns, John Berg, and Joss Whedon, and to make up these stories because George Floyd had just happened, and there was a lot of, I guess, social media buzz about the Black Lives Matter movement, and that he told him to do that in exchange. Zack said, when these guys get kicked out, I'll give you more movies so that way you don't lose your career. So after that, this is where the story gets interesting.
But let me interject real quick. To make claims like this, you 100% need to be able to back it up. You 100% put your ass on the line by saying something like this. And every single person in the movement or has fought for the Snyder Cut knows that Zack would never say anything like that.
Yeah.
The reason that Zack was basically moved on from, you think that he would turn around and plot against those people because no, he's not going to drop to their level. Yeah. That would be beside like that. Like, I don't know. It just, none of it adds up. So I'm sorry.
Well, this gets even more interesting. He said his source, and he's known this for years. This source talked to me years ago. And this guy always starts his videos with a picture of him like Gal Gadot and Patty Jenkins. Like, dude, you could find a picture of me like shaking Obama's hand. It does not mean like me and Obama are like this, you know?
Right.
I have an autograph from Michelle Obama. That's not because I know her. It's just because I was in the crowd or whatever. Anyway, so he always shares these videos. He said one person on the set of whatever movie, this guy is a very good friend of Zack's. In fact, it's one of his best friends. He had told me that this is what Zack planned. That Zack
we're talking about Clay Enos, right?
Yeah, Clay Enos, right? So this gets even juicier. That Clay had told him, like, all these guys, Joss, John Berg, and Joss Whedon, Zack hates them. He hates them so much, and they're going to get theirs. They're getting theirs. So that might have happened. Like, maybe Zack is upset, but like, he's like, this guy is Zack's best friend. He was godfather to his children, blah, 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 et cetera, et cetera. He then said that. Someone then tweeted at Clay Enos, is any of what this guy said true? And the guy says, no, he's a liar. He's making it up. So then Jody did another show where he compared himself to a rape victim. Trigger warning. That, it's like when people don't believe a woman when she says she's been raped. That's how I feel.
What a comparison. Like, this dude is making me so sorry for the language. I'm in advance. In advance, I am sorry for the language I'm about to use. This dude is fucking starting to piss me off with the claims, because him and Ray Fisher got into it a while ago because he said some dumb fucking shit about Ray back then. And Ray called him out and said, like, bro, back it up, because you have no idea what you're talking about. And then he went on air again and said, I'm the victim here. I'm the victim. No, it's because you're making up fucking stories and they're calling you out. Like, you're trying to get clicks and views because now the whole internet is talking about you.
He's claiming that Clay and Zack are out to get him.
Oh, my God.
Like, that's what Zack is right now. Right now, Zack and Clay are just, like, sitting in a room. He's like, what you did, you called your boy, and you told your boy, man, I trusted this guy. I told him this stuff. And then Zack says, it's all right. This is what you should do. So he's actually, like, creating a conversation that he thinks Clay and Zack had, like, imitating it. And, like, I thought this kid's like, dude.
I'm telling you right now, Jody. I'm telling you right now. They have never sat down together and talked about your dumbass. Not once.
But this guy is like, he's making him out, and he's like, you know, now I know what it's like, what sexual assault survivors are like, because people don't believe them either. I'm like, ugh.
Yeah,
dude.
That alone is enough to get canceled.
I'm like, dude, what do you say? Then he said that Joss Whedon made a better Superman, and that Joss Whedon should have.
Hey, honestly.
But then he goes into this whole rant how he's against Zack Snyder, how he's been against Zack Snyder the whole time. And I'm like, okay, see, now you're not. It'd be one thing if you said, dude, I can't wait for the Snyder Cut. At least lie and pretend you're a fan. Then you could be like, oh, but this is what I discovered. Like, he does that thing, and this is very common when someone's lying. They get very angry and they get very fake emotional, and then you must, to come off like they're really like telling the truth. They'll be like, "This is what happened to me, man. I was abducted by aliens. How dare you call me a liar?" And then that way, like, because they get aggressive. It reminds me of like Eddie Murphy Raw. Eddie Murphy Raw always said, if you want to seem tough, just start screaming really loud, like, "Get out of my face! Get out of my face!" And like how much that works like 95% of the time because the people will get scared and back off. That's what I got. Like, it seemed like fake anger. Like, he didn't seem genuinely upset. Well, I don't know. But like, here's what I think happened. He happened to run into Clay Enos, and then he showed a couple of tweets between him and Clay from years ago where he's like, "Hey, Clay, I met you on Wednesday on such and such day. Could you send me that photo you took of me and Patty Jenkins?" And he's like, "See, that's the proof right there. That's the proof right there." I'm like, "No, it's not.
That's not.
That just means you met Clay Enos. I got to meet Michelle Obama once. I can't be like, yo, Michelle Obama told me something. She told me about the aliens at Area 51.
She told me that Donald Trump is actually an alien, kind of like Men in Black."
Yeah.
And look, I have her autograph. That shows that I know her.
Again, this is he wants you to connect the dots. Like, oh, he met Clay Enos. He has a picture with Patty Jenkins. He must be telling the truth.
No, the only thing, Jody, you got big. I don't know why you got big. I mean, you're physically pretty big, but you got big for some reason I still can't figure out. I still can't figure it out. But you call your scoops or your speculation, you call it scoop. You call made up narratives insider information. You're degrading a whole movement by claiming that the person that they fought so hard for is just like the people that we fought against. Like, you don't know what you've done, and you are going to get in trouble.
And what blows my mind is, like, he says that the Snyder, all these Snyder fans, you're a Snyder cult, and then he downplayed, the work that's been done by fans for the AFSP. And then he was like, these guys are a cult, and all of his supporters in the comment section are like, man, they're really out to get you. Man, you have our support. Man, I'm so sorry. People will learn the truth. I'm like, oh my God. Look, I have nothing against like people who are critical of Snyder. Justice is very critical of Snyder. I have no ill feelings towards Justice. I'm like, you don't like it? That's fine. I understand some of the criticisms.
Go out there and say that Zack is a bad human being. Because regardless if there's a movie or not, basically what you're saying is that Zack is a bad person.
Yeah.
You've attacked his character, and he actually can take legal action against you.
Yeah.
Because you're defamating his character. You're making him out to, you're falsely accusing, and you're not a rape victim. You don't know what it's like. Trust me. You don't. You have no real fucking, like, bone in your body that could even compare to someone in that situation.
Yeah,
you sit on your ass.
You're right. Like, he's doing it for attention, and he's not the first person to do stuff like this. But like, okay, let's say Zack did pay Ray or told Ray, do this for me. You don't think Jeff Johns, and if it was me and someone did that to me, I would sue them the next day.
Yeah.
The fact that they don't sue is because they don't want it going to court. If it was me, I'd be like, yeah, let's go to court. Let's get your witnesses who said I said something racist that you're making up about me.
Right. It would be funny to watch Clay Enos get on the stand, but not for you.
Yeah.
It would be
like on
real
one hand, you're saying
interesting.
he's your source, and then he's calling Clay Enos a liar. I'm like, well, which one is it? You can't call your own witness a liar. You can't say my guy over here said such and such. Oh, he's also a liar.
You're basically doing the prosecution's job. You're destroying his credibility by saying he told you something, but then calling him a liar.
Yeah.
Like, this has gotten so out of hand. The people that think that they can, but it's kind of working in theory, right? It's kind of working. What Jody wanted was people to think he's relevant again.
Yeah.
The thing is you ticked off an entire movement.
Yeah. He's kind of making himself like a martyr. Like, I've been doing this for 5 years. and people are coming after me. They're saying they're gonna, someone tweeted at him that I'm gonna find you in the street, which is not cool. You should not make threats at all. We don't condone that if you're a Snyder Cut fan or not. You're none of that. But he's like, they bully me, they harass me. And I'm like, well, dude, I'm sorry. You're on the internet.
Yeah. Like
that's gonna happen. That's gonna happen to us at some point.
It has. I mean, when I called out the DCU-verse kid for posting the Ben Affleck thing, he sent his followers to attack me and say that, oh, you have 260 followers on Instagram. That's petty. I'm like, yeah, I don't use Instagram, buddy. Like, just be, but they were like saying that they're gonna ruin me and that they're gonna ruin the channel and ruin all this. And I was like, but you're wrong. And then when I was proven right, or when we were proven right, he messaged me and said, I'm sorry, I'm amending it now. And I was like, this whole thing could have been avoided if you had just listened. But that's what Jody's doing. People forget the whole rate. It's not coincidence that after Jody was relevant for a while, and it was because he made up the claims that Ray Fisher, and I kind of even forget the story at this point, but him and Ray Fisher had a little gripe, and people were watching his content again to see what his answers were, blah, 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 blah. That is all faded away. So now he's reinventing his story or reinventing a new story so he can get clicks and he can get views again.
Yeah.
Apparently it's
Ray
a basic.
Fisher called him a homophobe.
Yes. Yeah. There it is.
Yeah. It was something like that. I'm not sure what was said by Jody.
Yeah. So again, these people have no place in our lives, and it's just sad that they exist.
Yeah.
Truly.
I mean, whatever. I mean, but he's got his fans or whatever. I think they are look, the Snyder Cut coming out pissed off a lot of people. It also pissed off all the Snyder fan detractors. And look, I'll give credit to that girl from Collider, who was famous in the memes. Like, it doesn't exist.
And she apologized.
She apologized. And I'm like, good. End of story. You're on our side now. Or at least you're willing to keep it open mind. That's fine. Like, that person doesn't bug me. At least that person's like, hey, I was wrong. And,
also, Caden sent me something, and I just wanted to read it real quick about the Joker. So gone are the face tattoos and slicked back emerald undercut hairstyle of that movie, replaced by a visage that looks like a creature who crawled out of the basement of a long abandoned insane asylum. Maybe he did. Leto is wearing a hospital gown and surgical mask in the photos Snyder released exclusively to Vanity Fair, which the director says is probably a remnant of his escape into the wild when the world fell. In some of his Justice League scenes, Jared Leto also sports a bulletproof vest festooned with grimy law enforcement badges. He has tons of badges, Snyder said. Yeah. Those are his trophies.
And it said scenes, as in plural.
Yes. So that's what I think Caden was trying to get to me, is the part where it said scenes.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the Vanity Fair article, yeah.
They even brought on other channels. Andy is trying to regain some of his relevance from when he was at Screen Junkies. I mean, I personally know the editor, Stephen Colbert from Screen Junkies, and I know that he, like, they don't want anything to do with this, right?
Yeah.
They don't want any ties to any of this. So from me to you, Stephen, I'm sorry that you're even being brought up because you know this, or because you maybe had this kid employed at one point.
Yeah. I mean, Andy had some pretty crazy controversies around him, but he left, so he started Popcorn Planet. But yeah, he's been very... It's one thing to say, look, I don't like Snyder's vision, and I'm not that excited about the Snyder Cut, which is fair. Fine. I'm not going to hate you for not liking it.
That's your view. Yeah. Like, if you're not excited for a particular movie,
Jody's got a shirt. It says release the Snyder Cut. It's like stop the Snyder cult, and like they go into this whole thing like that. We're kind of like a cult.
What size is it?
Huh?
What size is it? Size tarp?
California King.
That dude, he looks like he smells bad.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm not really
Screen
into the
Rant.
whole...
Why did I say Screen Junkies?
Screen
Colbert's-
Junkies is where Andy Signore used to belong to. They're the guys who make honest trailers.
Screen Junkies, Screen Rant. Why did I think it was the same thing?
No, they're different. They're different.
They're different.
Yes.
One's which one? Screen. Okay, wait. Screen Rant is the website, and Screen Junkies is.
They do honest trailers.
So okay, but
those guys like they even have like honest trailer commentaries. That's where Andy Signore used to be at. Like that's the more popular one.
Okay, because I was gonna say, I was like, how did he go from a website to having like creating a channel and like not that's not something you can do.
So he used to do a lot of like those they used to have those fights, movie fights where people defend a movie or So Andy Signore was with Screen Junkies, and that's where he was popular. And then some issue happened with him and an intern. He was trying to hook up with her. He was married. She was interested in someone else.
See, now we're just getting down to your character. I love it. Yeah. That's the type of person you are.
And it's like, dude, you're not even like, I mean, that good looking. I mean, I'm not the judge, but like, we're trying to hook up with people here. Don't try to hook up with talent or people you work with. What's that? I'm going to paraphrase it. Don't eat where you crap.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you keep your business side separate. So,
but yeah, so what's
what he did? He got fired from Screen Junkies, or he got quit. So he started Popcorn Planet, and he's always he's trying to make everything controversial. Stop the Snyder cult.
Popcorn Planet. Let me look that up. So what's everyone thinking of the Joker? Are you liking what you're seeing? Are you not sure yet because you want to hear or see him on the screen? I mean, this is. I know we got away from it a little bit, but that's because it's relevant. What's happening? By the way, I showed Jack this in our Monday meeting. But look at this little guy. Oh, that's when he was a baby. Look at his little thing sticking out there.
Jeez.
Look at his little thing sticking out there.
And what did you do to him today, huh, Ty?
Nope, this is him before he went to surgery.
Yeah, I know.
This is him before he went into surgery.
Oh.
Yep. Look at that smile he has on him. Like, This is what their message to me was. Hi there, this is Kate from Angel, sending along a good night from Logan. He's very bright and alert and seems to be in a good spirits this evening. He's a very sweet boy. He's very, very happy for visits and is interactive and affectionate with everyone who says hello. His nurses are watching over him and making sure his pain is well controlled. And as you can see, that little like the green thing on his foot, that's where his IV is. I thought they put a cast on him.
Yeah.
I was like, that's the wrong foot. Why does he have a cast on his foot? But yeah, he's doing well. His surgery went well. Everything is good. He is recovering, and I will pick him up tomorrow. And he'll be on the first stream that we do to say thank you to everybody. But he's going to be a little spacey because he's getting sent home with methadone.
Oh, well, there you go.
All right, so yeah, this Joker, my God.
I think he's going to be the Joker for like if Zack, if people don't crush the Snyder cut, which I think will be hard to do, he might be the Joker of this generation because as much as Joaquin's Joker was popular, I think Joaquin is done. He's not interested in doing a franchise. They're trying to give him a lot of money to do Joker 2 and 3. He's just not interested. He's just not interested in doing that type of franchise. Same thing with Edward Norton. Edward Norton was not interested in franchises and team-ups. Joaquin Phoenix is a very different type of actor. His Joker was one and done. He made that movie. He won his Oscar. I don't think we're getting any sequel to that. So this is a time for the DCEU to realign itself. They need to have good villains, good writing. I think Zack needs to be in charge moving forward. It doesn't mean that Zack has to have input into Shazam 2, but I think he has a general sense of how to keep a story epic, how to keep a story big and to keep characters larger than life. And I think this will be the Joker. I mean, look at that. It looks like he's got blood around his mouth, like he just chewed on someone.
Yeah, I know. And I can't tell if that's like, because the around the eyes is definitely like black, but around the mouth, that could be blood or like red paint, So I'm really, 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 really excited about this Joker.
And it looks like he has like almost like scars, like whatever that thing on his cheek is. It's not the flashy Joker from the theatrical Suicide Squad. I'm really excited, and it looks like he's wearing surgical gloves too. The way that it looks like rubber almost on his
face. And so he looks more like. So if you, I kind of zoomed in and like did a screenshot.
Yeah.
But like the tattoos that were on his chest are even gone. As you can see here, his chest looks different. Like it was full of tattoos. I don't see even one there.
Yeah, I don't see him
and
either.
it's hanging unless. Oh wait, I don't think that's his chest. I think there's a mask there. I thought that was like the neck of the gown, but that was.
I think it's a mask pulled down. So it might be a surgical gown. And if you look at his right hand, it kind of looks like when doctors do like really intense surgery and they get blood on them. Like, has this dude been cutting up and eating people? You never know.
No, you don't. You never know. And then we got. This is not one that we got, but this is a cool picture that I found, and it just interested me. I do like the more tactical Flash suit. I think this is a cool idea or a cool design. Are those bullets around his? Like, is that a bullet belt?
Oh. It kind of reminds you of like those old westerns, like a cowboy would have that thing around him.
Yeah. So I'm interested. I'm interested to see like if these are actual designs or just their fan art. It does look like it's like a design place.
Yeah.
Like somewhere they would design costumes. But again, I wasn't able. We had to do this stream so quickly that I wasn't able to source really anything, except the Joker pictures. And again, guys, thank you. Shout out to our newest member, Joseph Brown. And thank you, as always, to Caden Reed and Nick DePalma for being patrons of the Pop Culture Corner. You guys are the heart and soul, just like Cyborg is the heart and soul of Zack Snyder's Justice League. You guys are the heart and soul of the channel. And we're definitely looking to get more. We're definitely trying to get up to 10 patrons by the end of winter. So that way we can start doing exclusivo. I know I copied Film Junkie. He's my buddy, though. Exclusive streams for our patrons. And, have it so that we have a little bit more money coming in. And we can do more things for you. That's the whole point, is to do more things for you. Not for us. Because this isn't about us. This is about you. And what we do for you. So, I just want to say one thing. Please, Jody's Jody. Try not to freak out about it. Try not to get too far into it.
Don't even go to his channel. Don't even get him.
Yeah, exactly. That's what we need to do. Is we need to just get rid of it. We need to stop. I mean, I haven't watched any of his videos ever, except for a couple minutes of one of the older ones and a couple minutes of what he just did. But that was to get a feeling of what I was getting into. And that was for me to know exactly what I'm talking about. So it was more or less like me doing research for our channel. But he's not a channel. Like, if you're looking for your news or you're looking for an update, he's not the person you should be going to. Come here, go to Film Junkie, go to Real Anarchy, go to Squadcast, wherever. Just don't go to Jody. And become a patron of our channel. There's 3 different levels of payments that you can do, but you'll get all the same stuff no matter what you pay. Jack, maybe you can talk for a minute, and I'm gonna edit and include all the links and stuff now.
Okay, cool. So 2 things I definitely want to bring up. On March 31st, we are going to be doing a live review of Godzilla vs. Kong from Showcase Cinemas. We are working with Showcase Cinemas. They are one of the largest U.S. cinemas in the world. They're mostly focused on the New England area. They have theaters in Brazil, in the UK, all across the world. We'll be doing our show in cooperation with them live from their theater. So we'll be doing a pre-show before the movie and then a post-show just going into, go into spoilers, what we liked about it, what we didn't like about it. So that's happening on March 31st. If you saw our Christmas Day show, we did something similar with Wonder Woman. We did a pre-show and a post-show of Wonder Woman 1984. It's a partnership that is likely to continue, so fingers crossed they like what we did. And all of you guys supporting us, whether it's on Spotify, whether it's on Apple, whether it's on YouTube or whatever, helps us get the word out. So March 31st, we'll be doing that live show. Then March 18th, which also happens to be my birthday, we will be doing live coverage of the Snyder Cut. It will be sponsored by Bonk's Bar, and I will be doing my version of the show, possibly from the bar itself. We're working that out, but coverage will start as early as 10 o'clock in the morning, and we'll be covering it all day. And then, of course, when the movie comes out, let's say the movie comes out at 6 p.m., there'll be a 4-hour break where we, where we will watch the movie. Maybe we can play some stuff in between. And then, of course, we're going to do our deep dive, and we want you guys to be with us. We want you guys to join us. Tell us what you thought about the Snyder Cut. March 18th, that's a big one. It's something we have waited years for. We didn't think we were going to get it. And possibly we're working on something that might be out at the end of the month. We don't want to talk about it just yet. But we're working on something that we want you guys to share to help get awareness of the Snyder Cut. And that hopefully will be out by the end of the month. And we're working with someone big to do that with us. So keep that in your thoughts, because that will be nice once that comes out. And I think Ty's still working on his thing. So there we go. But what are your on Saturday, we're doing a deep dive into BVS. That'll be kind of interesting. Is Aaron Garza, he did a really great series called The Periodic Table of the Justice League, where he went scene by scene. He took scenes from the trailers when Zack was still in charge of the movie we actually got. And it's shocking how much stuff was reshot. So we know Bruce is going to meet with Aquaman. We know that he's going to meet with Flash, but all these scenes are heavily, heavily altered. And you can actually tell Ben Affleck's face will shrink, and, from when he gained a little bit of weight after Justice League. So I'm pretty excited to watch that with him, because he's got a very analytical mind. And if you didn't see our stream from a couple of weeks ago, we talked about, we ended up getting heavy into BVS and some of the themes of it. And one of the things I definitely want to get into is Lex Luthor's mindset. Why does Lex Luthor have it out for Superman? The answer is right in the movie. He tells you. He talks about his relationship with his father, and he keeps bringing up the relationship with his father, and how his father might have been an abusive person, and that might have affected the way Lex is. And then Lex says, "No God came to save me." And then he sees Superman coming and saving everyone. He doesn't trust what Superman represents, which is sort of a pure figure, a savior figure, a messiah figure. Also, what do you guys think Lex's scenes are going to be in the Snyder Cut? Tell us in the comments. In fact, engage with me right now, because we know that he had to, that Lex had filmed scenes with Zack, and then Lex had to reshoot scenes with Joss, and that's what we got, that post-credit scene. What do you think Lex's role is? It's probably not going to be a big role. It might be even smaller than Jared Leto's Joker. But what do you guys think Lex's scenes are going to be in the Snyder Cut? Because he was a character that at first I didn't like. It took me a long time. But the more I've watched that movie, the more I've analyzed his character. Lex, I think, is actually a very complex character. And I think I would love to see Jesse Eisenberg, with the shaved head. He looks scary as heck, come back as Lex Luthor. So if you guys have any thoughts about what Lex Luthor's role is going to be, because we do know he was the one who was communicating with Steppenwolf. That was a scene in the Ultimate Edition that they cut out, because basically the way the movie ends in the theatrical version, Superman dies, they show his funeral, and then Batman is talking to Wonder Woman. He says, "I have a feeling something's coming," and then they show the jail sequence where Lex says, "The bell cannot be unrung," and they've heard it among the stars. And if you're watching the theatrical version, you're like, what the hell is he talking about? Well, in the Ultimate Edition, the version that Zack wanted, we now know that while Superman, Wonder Woman, and Batman were fighting Doomsday, he was using the ship, the Kryptonian ship, to communicate with Steppenwolf. And the Steppenwolf, by the way, that we see in BVS, obviously it's like a rendition. It looks more like the Steppenwolf that we just saw today, that we're going to get in Snyder Cut. It did not look a thing like the Steppenwolf we saw in Justice League or Justice League. So I'm curious what Lex's role is going to be. Is he happy with the destruction? Does he turn face and try to help? We don't know. But we know Joe Manganiello also reshot scenes, so they're in it too. So I'm very, very curious as to what the hell we're going to see in the Snyder Cut, because it's going to be 4 hours. That's nothing. Everyone's complaining about the length of the film. It really is nothing, because people will sit and stream and watch bad TV for hours on end. I mean, I personally just watched, I think, 2/3 of Cobra Kai in like one night, and that was in 5 hours, and I loved it. It was great. So you have the stamina for this. People complain about 4 hours. Unless you've been reading books during the pandemic, which I don't think anyone was, you've been watching TV for hours on end. So don't complain about 4 hours.
It's not letting me change it. I don't know why. It's not letting me add anything like it did last time.
Let's see what Ill Life said. It messed up. BVS got judged as a comic book movie and got caught in hate because if the Ultimate Cut was in BVS movie, you know what? I think that Marvel movies have kind of ruined the way we watch movies. I'm starting to understand what Scorsese. I love the MCU, but those movies are pretty straightforward. You're not meant to break down any of those movies. Maybe the Russo brothers with like Winter Soldier and Civil War and Infinity War. Those are movies you could watch. You can break down a scene because they're directors. They're intelligent directors. They worked on Arrested Development, which is a very meta show. Most Marvel movies, you see what you get. There's no need to analyze them, and that's fine. You don't need to, but I think that's the mindset people had when they watched BVS. That's probably the mindset I had. I wasn't looking for any deeper themes or deeper philosophies, and Zack Snyder has a lot to say about religion. Whether he's a believer or not is irrelevant. In Batman versus Superman, the concept of the savior, the concept of an atheist, an agnostic, and that's a movie that you can. I mean, look, I always say this: how many comic book movies from 5 years ago are we still talking about today? We're talking about BVS. We're talking about Man of Steel, which came out 8 years ago. No one's talking about Iron Man 3, and I have mixed feelings about Iron Man 3, but no one's talking about Iron Man 3 or Thor: The Dark World 7 years later.
This is very true. Very true. So I will include. So when it redoes it, like when it gets re-put onto YouTube, I will I'll include all the links and everything like that. If you are interested in becoming a patron, you can go to one of our older videos, maybe from like a couple days ago, and the links are there. I'm truly sorry about that. To get this going was a kind of a rush. I was just like getting home at the time, so I'm sorry about that. So honestly, I'm a little bit out of time at the moment. So do you have anything else that you'd like to talk about?
No, that's it. Just make sure you tune in tomorrow night.
Yeah, tomorrow night's going to be so fun. So much fun. And we're going to be, we'll probably bring up some of these topics most likely with World's Finest, Wonder Meg, and Anthony. So just make sure you guys are there. That stream will start at, I forget what time it is. Probably it's around 8:30, 8:45 most likely. I've scheduled them all. So I've been mixing up which times, which is which. So just if it's on our preview screen, upcoming streams, it's already there. So make sure you head over, smash the like button on this video, subscribe if you're not already, and then for every video going forward, make sure you ring the notification bell so you can get. I said that wrong, but ring the notification bell so on any video going forward you get a notification, and that way you can come join us live, or for one of our pre-recorded videos you can watch it when it's first uploaded. I'm super excited about the rest of this month. We're really in overdrive now, and we got the we got the cream of the crop coming on in, and we still have one mystery guest that you do not know about, and you will not know about until it happens. So thank you guys so much. You can hear the podcast anywhere podcasts are available, and we're here on YouTube always. We stream to Facebook always, and we stream to Periscope now always, as well as Twitch. So follow us on everything. That way you'll never miss anything. Jack You can say bye.
All right, folks. We do it for you, and we do it for the culture.
Booyah!